I think when you look at Fitzgerald's story, Winter Dream, I think it kind of shows you two things, at least when looking at modernism, and also too the American dream as it is, and kind of what was going on in the 1920s. I think the first part, we talked about modernism last week, and modernism is this movement basically from old traditions and styles and things that everybody thought were true, and we didn't get away from them. We all stuck in this little box, and you fit in this box, you fit in that box, and it was kind of getting away from that and looking at new ideas. Um, so I think he kind of looks at the American dream as a whole, and kind of says, okay, here's what the American dream is. It's being upper class, and having all this money, and it's this great to do, and everything's peaches and cream, and it's this great thing. Where I think he kind of showed it in a different light, that Dexter actually, once he got all this money, like, still had problems. He basically was torn between women. He did all these things, but I feel like it showed a negative light, that just because you have all this money doesn't mean you're going to be happy, and also just because you have all this money doesn't mean that all your problems go away. It just creates different ones, or and everything else. So I think the other part, so it was kind of getting away from that traditional of, here's the American dream, this is what you want, this is what you need, and it's going to solve all your problems, and you're not going to have any more issues in your life. I think the second part is when you look at the Judy character. So she kind of represents almost the 1920s in a nutshell. It was the Roaring 20s. Everything was great. It was right after World War One. You had, the economy was booming. Everybody was doing great. And right before the Great Depression. And I think what she kind of represents is the fact that that the people of that generation they didn't care about the past, and they didn't care about the future. They were just living in the now. And I think that was a big part of the 1920s, and people in the 1920s, that's what was happening. They didn't care about what was going to happen a week, a month, a year down the road, and hence the Great Depression and everything that went bad with that. But and I think there's even the modernist look of her as well, that she was this self-independent woman, and going forward. Like I said, I think the decay of the upper class was kind of shown here, just through the fact that it wasn't this idealistic dream of, oh, everything is great and everything is the best when you're at the top.